moʔore, English, or Tahitian, moʔore, is a high island in French Polynesia, one of the Windward Islands, part of the Society Islands, 17 kilometres, 11 miles, northwest of Tahiti. The true speaking of moʔore is moʔore, meaning yellow lizard in Tahitian. Mo equals lizard, rea, from rea equals yellow. An older name for the island is Aimeho, sometimes spelled Aimeo or Aimeo, among other speakings given by early visitors before Tahitian spelling was standardized. Early Western colonists and voyagers also referred to moʔore as York Island. Transportation. Several ferries go to the Via Wharf in moʔore daily from Papeete, the Tahitian capital. The Via Wharf is in the Via Bay. There are 3 ferries. One of them is the Ermiti 5. The largest one is the Ermiti ferry and the other one is the Terevaru ferry. The ferries have to pass through moʔore's Coral Pass, then toward Papeete across the ocean and into the Tahiti Lagoon. The Via Bay is in the east part of moʔore. Moʔore's Tema Airport, IATA, MOS, has connections to the international airport in Papeete and onward to other Society Islands such as Bora Bora. If the islanders want to make an international flight, they would take Air Tahiti to get to the FAA International Airport on Tahiti. The moʔore Airport is located north of the Via Bay. There is one road that goes around the island. Along the road are kilometre markers from 1 to 35. The first one is near the airport. The 35th one is in Harpiti. There are also white signs that tell the driver which commune they entered. Other signs have the commune's name with a red slash through it, meaning that the driver is leaving the commune. Geography. The island was formed as a volcano 1.5 to 2.5 million years ago, the result of a geologic hotspot in the mantle under the oceanic plate that formed the whole of the Society archipelago. It is theorized that the current bays were formerly river basins that filled during the Holocene. Sea rise. Moʔore is about 10 miles in width from the west to the east. There are 2 small, nearly symmetrical bays on the north shore. The one to the west is called Opuno'u Bay, which is not very populated but many travelers have come into the bay. The main surrounding communes of the bay are Pirena in the east and Papitoai to the west. The one to the east is Cook's Bay, also called Palpau Bay since the largest commune of moʔore is at the bottom of the bay. The other communes are Pirena to the west and Busy Maharipa to the east. The highest point is Mount Toia, near the center of moʔore. It dominates the vista from the 2 bays and can be seen from Tahiti. There are also hiking trails in the mountains. The Via Bay is another small inlet, smaller than the 2 main bays, on the east shore. This bay has been settled a lot and has a lot of business. The main village is located just south of the bay. Politics. The island is administratively part of the commune, municipality, of moʔore Maiau, itself in the administrative subdivision of the Windward Islands. The main village is Aferia-Ichu. The largest village is Palpau at the bottom of Cook's Bay. The second largest is Maharipa. Tourism. Because of its stunning scenery and accessibility to Papeete, moʔore is visited by many Western tourists who travel to French Polynesia. Especially popular as a honeymoon destination, moʔore can often be seen in advertisements in American wedding magazines. Arthur Frommer declared in Frommer's travel guide that he considered it the most beautiful island in the world. History. Like many of the other islands, moʔore was first settled by Polynesians from the islands west of moʔore. They arrived on canoes coming down from South Asia looking for islands to settle. It is estimated that they arrived on moʔore roughly 1,000 years ago. There are some ancient landmarks on moʔore known as marau, which consists of ancient stone rocks shaped like pyramids. On the rocks are carvings that tell when sacrifices occasionally took place. The oldest marau is the Afariaitu marau, located in the island's main village. It was made by the early Polynesians in the year 900. The first European that recorded its site was Pedro Fernandez de Queiroz in 1606. The first settlers who were Europeans arrived during the 18th century. The first European to arrive on the island were the Englishmen Samuel Wallis and James Cook. Captain James Cook first landed on Tahiti, where he planned the 1769 transit of Venus observed from Tahiti and moʔore. At moʔore, where Tararoa was chief, Cook first landed in Opuno'u Bay. Cook's Bay was later named in his honor. Spanish sailor Domingo de Bonchilla visited it in 1774 and named it Santo Domingo. The island was among those visited by the United States exploring expedition on its tour of the South Pacific in 1839. Charles Darwin found inspiration for his theory regarding the formation of coral atolls when looking down upon moʔore while standing on a peak on Tahiti. He described it as a picture in a frame, referring to the barrier reef encircling the island. Don the Beachcomber lived here briefly in the 1920s until his houseboat was destroyed by tropical cyclones. On October 7, 1967, construction was completed on the moʔore airport, which opened the following month. Research facilities. The University of California, Berkeley maintains the Richard B. Gump South Pacific Research Station on the west coast of Cook's Bay. The Gump Station is also home to the moʔore Coral Reef Long-Term Ecological Research Site, MCRLTER. The project, funded by the U.S. National Science Foundation, NSF, is a partnership between the University of California, Santa Barbara and California State University, Northridge that includes additional researchers from UC Davis, UC Santa Cruz, UC San Diego and the University of Hawaii. The moʔore Coral Reef LTER is part of the National Science Foundation's Long-Term Ecological Research LTER network. The LTER program was established by the NSF in 1980 to support research on long-term ecological phenomena. The moʔore Coral Reef LTER became the 26th site in the LTER network in September 2004. The French EPHE, École pratique des hautes études, and now the CNRS, National Center for Scientific Research, maintain a research station at the end of Opuno'u Bay since about 1970. This Centre de Recherches Insulaires et Observatoire de l'Environnement, Centre for Island Research and Environment Observatory, or CRIOBE, is a research site for several international projects, including the monitoring of coral reefs throughout French Polynesia as well as the monitoring of the fish population on the Tiahura transect of moʔore's reef for over 30 years. The tree Philanthus nadodi is endemic to moʔore, meaning it is found nowhere else on Earth. Popular culture. In the film Love Affair, a scene where Warren Beatty's character visits his aunt takes place on moʔore. See also, List of volcanoes in French Polynesia. Society Islands. Windward Islands. Society Islands. Official site. Tahiti Tourism Board. moʔore Visitors Bureau. moʔore Travel Information Directory. Direct links about moʔore. Photo gallery of moʔore. moʔore Coral Reef Long-Term Ecological Research Site. U.C. Berkeley Richard B. Gump South Pacific Research Station. Surgical Strike. moʔore Surf Mission Photos and Video. The island of moʔore at the Smithsonian Ocean Portal.